So, Japan 2, he did pull off of India, so that was nice. He did make a pretty strong pressure over here onto the US, which, I mean, if it's just doing it for, and then going to come down to Pearl and work his loop that direction, it's not really that big a deal. But he did put another build to transport here, like he could set up to try to continue to stack Alaska, which can be tricky and it can be a sore on US for a while, but it's also a drain on Japan. I'd rather him not be there though personally, so I'm gonna overbuild, and this I might be slowing myself down too much, especially in this game that started out so rough. But um, we'll see. I just prefer to get Japan out of there. I don't want to accidentally then give him here and then him park a bomber on here, and then the bombers can kill C Zone 1, and I mean, he's going to be able to do that this turn anyways. He's going to be able to move a bomber over there. And so I got to be mindful of that because he's got bombers over here. And it just gets a little tricky keeping an eye on the air. So I just want to get them out of Alaska. I can't do it. I can't stop him this turn. But, I'm going to put a big wallop of guys here. I'm not going to build a transport this turn. That's going to be the slow part, right? I'm going to put a wallop of guys there. Because I mean, he put his air here so he could use it to attack. So we'll pull this guy out. If he's probably going to take Canada there, but then we'll send a big wallop of guys. And then even if he goes back and brings some over, and then he brings some more over, and then he brings in fighters. I mean, he could have, just by doing the one transport back and forth, by the time the U.S. can attack on US4, he could have 6 ground and whatever air he wants to have over here. So we're putting 9 ground units, plus him will make 10, that'll come up, plus I'm building a bomber, and then I can always build tanks and air on US3 if I need to supplement the attack. Presumably he retreats out of there. Those units, this turn can either go here or they go here, and we build a bunch of transports in US3 to get them going. So it'll be a delayed turn, another tactic delaying a turn for pressure, so kudos to him for that regards. But it's also a delayed turn of pressure coming to the central land. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. Japan, this being a KGF, so Japan is the one that's going to threaten Russia. And you look here, I mean, he's got 2 individual units up here. He's got 2 units here. A little mini stack right here that's going to be forming and coming up, and nothing there. So he still hasn't gotten these guys or this guy for that permanent. I mean, these are permanent income, right? Essentially permanent income, because it's going to be a long time until U.S. Counters Madagascar, Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, at least for a while. Alaska's temporary income. So I tend to be one, I like to go this way around the loop and get the permanent income quicker, because I think it adds up to more in the long run. But there's certainly nothing wrong with going this direction. It's just a style of play. I think it's easier to go with only having 5 transports for Japan if you go to Alaska first and then just come on around. A lot of times when I end up going Australia first, I end up getting a 6 transport, so that one can go that way and one can go this way and loop. But anyways, this isn't about axis play. But what it does mean is when I look at the board here, this is his soft spot, is this. And so I want to attack that. We got to get a little bit of advantage on him. Some of my main goals as allies early game is to hold West Russia stack, keep an India stack. A lot of games they're going to pressure where you have to give up one or the other of these two in order to maintain. And then goal number 3, I want to create a Kaza stack as soon as I can with allies, if at all possible. And goal number 4 is to plug Africa. Well, I had to give somewhere here, right? That there just wasn't anything I could do about that. There was going to be a give. So I gave Africa. That was goal, and that's the priority order I do them in too. That's my priority order 4. I mean, U.S. can get down here and they can deal with them once we cut off the transport. So it's just a matter of time. He's diverting units that way too. That's units that aren't in Europe, which eventually we're going to be hitting. So it slows things up. It makes the game a little bit longer for allies, but in general, long games favor allies, in my opinion, especially if you hold India. Because if you hold India, there's a good chance you're holding Africa. So I actually think yes, as bad as round one was, I'm not out of the woods by any means at this point, but I'm starting to feel a little bit comfortable that I'm going to hold an India stack because he retreated. I'm going to hold my West Russia stack. I'm going to aggressively attack here, which should allow me to get a Kaza stack in 3. And so if I can get those 3 goals accomplished, then I'm feeling pretty good. You know, generally speaking, I value the center of the board, which basically is da 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 da, right, like this, right? This is our key provinces of everything, more than the periphery, and that's what he's doing. He's attacking the periphery. He's attacking Africa. He's attacking Alaska, but he's not going much here other than this German stack, which, to be frankly honest, he's got no reinforcements coming through here, and maybe I didn't do the math, and maybe he'll be able to blitz this guy over with the tanks and these guys, so he'll have 13 units sitting here, and that might give him a stack there. I didn't bother to calculate if I could dead zone that or not. I feel like the number of units I'm going to have will be close to a dead zone there, but I didn't calculate it out, I'll be honest. I am going to stack Caucasus, even though he has his transport still alive, as well as West Russia this turn with Russia. So we're going to have all my units right here. So hopefully I have enough to hold him back. Because if I do, then he's only going to get 2 units built to reinforce there. And then this is going to eventually start getting to be a little bit weak as I start getting some UKs up and running. And, so he's going to have to watch out for that. So that's our big picture play. Let's get down to the move. So yeah, I'm going to buy, like I said, a stack of troops I'm going to put here. He's not going to take West USA at least, and then we should get him off Alaska, and I should have just a turn delay in transports build. I am going to buy a bomber. The key point of the bomber buying this, one, is to help do all this stuff, but 2, I don't want to give him a freebie up in here, and he may not like a bomber versus cruiser, if he continues to do that. So it may pull his destroyer up there as well, which I'm contemplating a sub buy with the UK, because his only destroyer is way out here, and it's unfortunate I've lost all my subs already. That's disappointing, but if I can draw his destroyer up here and I build a sub down here, then we can create some headaches with it, maybe, especially with the bomber, and we've got 4 fighters, and maybe we do something crazy. We'll see. Maybe not. So that's the play. So what I was saying, I am going to be setting up. I'm slowly working on setting this up. I want the U.S. fleet to take care of him. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters and a bomber on the board right now, and that is about a 50-50 battle if he puts 2 fighters on the carrier. Considering it's potentially taking out German fighters, that's a battle I'll possibly maybe take. If I can keep the Suez shut down and corner him in 17 another turn, then I can always move the fleet on, in as the battleship destroyer also arrived at 14 and then get him. But that might be asking a bit much to hold the Suez closed that long as he pumps units in, and UK can only, they can only hold this front for so long if Japan moves back. So it's a blessing that Japan moved out, because now I'll be able to kind of hang out here a little bit, hopefully, and be able to continue to hold off a TJ stack. If these guys gets through, then he'll probably get his carrier's values worth of coming up and getting down to here and getting all of this and whatnot. I don't know. Anywho, I think this game we might do the dreaded Berlin bomb though, just because I don't know that I'll use him to attack the fleet. But I am going to. I don't normally use. I'll be honest. I don't normally go this way. Normally I'm coming over here and using them to help take a Ukraine battle at one point, or coming down here to help India. But just because Japan's just so low on units down here, I want to punish them for it. Um, so yeah, we're gonna give that a go. Let's see. What else are we going to be attacking? We're gonna want to take these guys up there. We want to take Morocco. What do we want to take Morocco with? I'll leave a AA and an infantry for that guy. I think I might end up just bringing him over as well to prevent an air attack and transport back over. And then we can, since we're going to be low on units to come back to, maybe we bring them down here to Africa with this transport coming down and this transport so that we got enough of a force down there. I think that's it for the attacks. So we're gonna have 5 units here. He'll have 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So he could have. That is just one down here, right? Yeah. So he could have 4 fighters and a bomber attack me, and I've got cruiser, destroyer, carrier. I feel like that's a battle I'm willing to take. Right. So that's 5 units versus 5 units. I'll have 2 transports in there. So not really, and that again, fighters are Air Force are kind of important for Germany. Although that last game or the game where they kept wiping out my Allied fleets got me slightly neurotic now about trying to keep my guys alive. I do think. Do we leave it that way? Getting my games mixed up. I don't have another carrier coming through, right? Yeah. Kind of like taking the fighters before carrier down here. I mix this up, so. Let's go big numbers. Think big, big numbers, big numbers. Big numbers, think big numbers, big numbers. That's a big number. We need a big number now. Don't give me another 1. Alright. I'll take a 4. 4 is decent. 4 is doable. I did realize I put my... I was kind of counting on the Russia winning, so I'm putting the gambling that Russia's going to win their battle. And that I'm going to win this without... and take the territory. Which means I got a stinking hit with the fighter already. Thank you. Thank you, worthless fighter. Why did I even use you? If I hadn't used a fighter, I could land him somewhere better than where I'm going to be landing him. Alright, we're going to move you over. You get to land there. So I think we're going to be holding you pretty good, so we're going to put you down there. Two fighters, cruiser, destroyer, carrier. Got battleship destroyer here, the bomber can reach, but that's it. Down this way. And I know, this is probably an over-exaggeration, but I don't care. Again, I'll build a slew of transports next time, move them here, move them to the Africa, and we'll do the whole Africa shuck thing if we have to. I got no sweat on it. I'm a little worried he may take the pot shot up here. I mean, he have to build a carrier, right? But you know, he could do the bomber, two fighters with the carrier build. He could do that. That's a possibility. $31. Woo! I feel rich as Russia right now. What would I do with 31? You know, actually, I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'm going to go ahead and double check that I can dead zone Ukraine from him doing a blitz and take. Okay, yeah, we should have it pretty dead zoned, even with. I was debating whether I needed to buy more artilleries, but I'm just going to load up. Did I not spend all my money last time? Did I really get 31? I'm not used to having 31. That's like in this game that I know we started out rough on. My mind's kind of blown right now. Yeah, I get this is my weakness. I get multiple tough games going, and my brain can't remember diddly squat. So I thought about, you know, as I was speaking about all that, I thought about going here, but he could, you know, counter with one, and you know, several planes that he could get up into there, you know, 3 or 4 planes that he could attack with. Down here, he's got no infantry, so he'd have to attack with just planes. And so because normally I don't attack here with Russia because they don't get the IPC, but if I take this, it'll stay and US will get it, and it gives me a counter to what he does here a little bit, that I could use my fighters and whatnot. So, and I did want to double check. We were talking about putting two tanks and fighter. Had to relook at my notes real fast. And that's it for the attacks. Now this is an important battle. So I got like a 95% chance. I'm just gonna be quiet and wait till the battle's over. Okay, I get better than a 95% chance of winning this, but it is important that I win this battle. Ooh. With all 3 3 infantry living. That's cool. Cool, cool. Man, it's kind of a sucker because I did put I didn't count for the I did count on putting 1 infantry here, but if I know that means we're gonna live. Anyways, moving on. I do want to make sure I really do want to kill this guy. Otherwise, it makes the defense of my U.S. fighter a little bit dicey because he'll have a a sacrifice it if I don't kill him. Come on, crap. Here we go. Crapola. Alright. That's what I get for counting on it. Well, if I retreat, he's a dead man anyways. I'm way past due for a roll of a 1. Of course it's him. Oh, that was such a waste. Why'd I do it? It's a 90%, so just for the record, it's a 90% chance 3 infantry beat 1, and every time I do it, I tend to lose out on that. Alright, let me double check my numbers. So, that's going to give me an AA, an infantry, and a fighter. He can have an infantry, 2 fighters, and a bomber. At least we took this one so you can't get the tanks through. Oh, man, I hate my infantry right now. Let's see, what do I want to have in West Russia? West Russia, we're just going to double check my count. So I got 9 infantry. I'll have to double check if the tank makes a difference. If I had those tanks in, what if I don't do that? What if I just keep him home, let him blitz the other 2 tanks through? What's that look like? That's profitable for him. 50-50-ish. I mean, 60% for him. About even profit. I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. Put the 1 in there. So I need 1 tank in there. I need 3 fighters. 1 is there. Other fighter's going to come down here. You're going to go up. You're going to go in. So that gives me 10, 14, 15, 17. I should have 18. What am I missing? 6, 7, 17. Oh, wait, no, I should have 17. 17 is correct. Sorry. 17 units is correct. And then I'm going to drop 4 infantry. Got my 2 tanks. Got a fighter coming here. I got my bomber in there. You can't blitz through. All you can do is 2. You can bring in 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you can bring in 3 fighters. I think I counted that right. I think I only counted 2 fighters, but I forgot about the carrier. 3 fighters, a battleship, a bomber, and then 2 ground units. I think I should still be good there. Yeah, we're still good there, so. Alright. Hey. There we go. Alright, so I hate the fact that I wasted 3 Russian infantry. I still like the idea. I'm happy that I got these stacked and India stacked. I'm happy we got a strong line going through the middle of the board here. So we'll see where this goes.